Hey everyone, Scotty Cullen, West Ham Fan TV. Welcome to the big match preview. Today I'm previewing our upcoming fixture at the London Stadium, 8 p.m. Saturday night against Fulham. Looking to carry on where we've been, let's be honest, over the last few weeks, performance-wise anyway. The game against Liverpool, performance there was good, the work rate was good, the togetherness was good. We were very, very organised defensively. Did Liverpool deserve the win? Not really. I thought we were definitely good for the draw. And on another day, Fornals leaves one chance to Bowen or passes to him when he's in a better position. We could go on to win that, but unfortunately we didn't. And now we take on a Fulham side who are going to be absolutely buzzing from getting their first win and their first clean sheet of the season against West Brom the other night. This for me is Moyes' toughest test so far. He needs to show how far we've come as a side by us going to a team, playing a team like Fulham and putting in the consistent level of performance that we've seen over the past few weeks. We can't be turning up as we have done in the past against the likes of Liverpool, City, Wolves, Leicester, and teams like that. What we've seen, we always seem to raise our game for the big boys. No disrespect to Fulham, they're not one of the big boys. So we need to see that level of consistency in the performance, the work rate, and the togetherness from the side going into this game against Fulham. It's a totally different kettle of fish. I completely understand that. Fulham, they're not them sort of big teams, and we will see a lot more of the ball. So it'd be interesting to see if Moyes adapts the way we play for us to be more creative going forward. The fact that we probably will have a lot more of the ball, and I've not seen a lot of Fulham this season, but I believe against West Brom they were a bit more direct in their play. So I'm fully expecting him to sit off and let us have the ball. So it'd be interesting to see whether Moyes sticks with the same system that we've had over the past few games, or whether he adapts it slightly to be slightly more attacking. We have got the players there to do that, so it'd be very interesting in this one. But as I said, for me, this is Moyes' biggest test so far in his career at West Ham, if I'm honest, because he's got to show that we can raise our game, keep that level of consistency and performance going into this game. Look, if we perform the way we've been performing and Fulham beat us, then Fulham must have had a blinder. But if we go into this game thinking we're going to win, not putting the shift that we've put in over the past few weeks, we're going to get our pants pulled down, and that's what we can't afford to do. We need to be looking at these games and pushing ourselves away from that bottom half of the table and climbing into the top half. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Moyes does. When you look at the stats, for a change, they are on our side. We've only lost 3 of our last 18 fixtures against Fulham. Last time out was a 3-1 victory at the London Stadium in 2019. Fulham, I believe, have failed to win 21 of their last 22 away Premier League matches. So that's saying Scotty Parker's going to be wanting to sort of put right for them. As I said, this isn't going to be an easy game by any means. They've got decent players. Mitrovic, he's a player that can cause teams problem. He didn't score against West Brom, but he played a part in both the goals. So he's a very decent attacking player we need to be very, very wary of. Fulham, I fully expect to be unchanged if I think it's I can't remember his name. Lamina, I think it is. If he recovers from the injury that forced him off, I think around half time in their game against West Brom, I fully expect him to be unchanged. If he cannot, I can probably see Loftus-Cheek, who's on loan from Chelsea, slotting in, and probably Kearney dropping a bit more deeper in midfield than what he played against West Brom. So it'd be interesting to see how they set up for this one. They do have, I think it's Kamara suspended as well, and they've got a couple of other players out injured. Injury-wise for us, we are only without Antonio. Probably the biggest loss. Haller stepping in for him in the Liverpool game. I defended Haller a lot on post-match pint, and I'll still stick by what I said, but he needs now to put a performance in. If he's playing as the striker, even though I don't think he's suited to the lone striker role, but against this Fulham side, he needs to prove himself. We can sit there and you can have a bit of sympathy for him because he hasn't had a lot of game time. As I said on PMP, I don't think he was aggressive enough in his challenges. His work rate wasn't the greatest, but I've said this before, that's not really his game. But this game now, he needs to prove himself. He's got a bit more match fitness, he's got a bit more sharpness around him. And as I said, will Moyes adapt the team to sort of suit him going into, as we can probably afford to be a little more attacking on this one. Ben Rama come on late on against Liverpool, showed a little bit of class of what he's got, and he's also played Fulham so far this season and run them ragged when he played in the Cup for Brentford. which I think they won quite comfortably as well, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to be up for this one. He's got a taste of the action. He's going to want more. So what does Moyes do? Does Moyes stick with the 5-4-1 system that we've been playing? Does Moyes push Bowen and Fornals a lot closer to Haller? I spoke on post-match pint where I said possibly sticking with a 5 at the back, putting Souček as Rice and 2 holding midfields players, having Fornals playing behind a front 3 of Bowen, Benrahma and Haller, sort of getting Bowen and Benrahma a lot further up and just sticking Fornals in that hole to link between the 2 midfielders in Souček and Rice and the striker. There's possibilities here, but we'll have to wait and see what Moyes does. I do think we'll see a slight tinker with the system, if I'm honest, because, no disrespect to Fulham, they're not the likes of City, Liverpool, Arsenal, so we have got to be a bit more attacking. He may stick with a 4-5-1, but just push Bowen and Fornals a lot further forward than what we has done. So it'd be interesting to see what he does. Thank you very much for watching. There will be watch along. Not quite sure whether post-match pint will be filmed straight after the game due to the late time. Fan cams as well. If anyone wants to have their opinion said, we can't be there outside the London Stadium taking fan cams, but we do them virtually. So drop us a message on Facebook or Twitter if you want to get involved on a fan cam after the game. Dan and Nikki we're always around to get your views across. If you disagree with me about Haller, come onto a fan cam and give me your opinions as well. Let me know what you think starting 11 wise should be in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. One thing left to say: come on, you Irons.